Hey there, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and those 3 goblins in a trench coat who went to work for me today. So kind. They really are still in a very giving mood. Yeah, we're here with some more D&D. This is a continuation of Friday D&D, with Harley and the gang. I just got back into that game. I said I would come back to it after the holidays were over, and so yesterday was the first day back. This is a bit of a unique situation, so I didn't stream yesterday for you to see the craziness that ensued, but essentially there are 2 different fights going on right now. There's a physical fight against a monster out on the bridge in the middle of Clifftop, which is the Clifftop Adventuring Guild. So it's this whole little area for adventurers. And then inside of one of the houses, House Jarasco, a house of healing in Eberron, there is a fight for a character called the Seeker. Shed and the Seeker had one of the fancy drinks at the bar that can cause a bit of hallucination. It takes you on a trip. It's supposed to take you to the ethereal plane, but they ended up going to the plane of dreams and were threatened, essentially, by this shadow monster in the realm of dreams. Shed managed to come out of that state intact, frustrated, angry, scared, and the Seeker didn't wake up. There is something rooted deep within her that will not let her go. And because of Shed's nature, Shed cannot dream. And the shadow told him he was empty, he was a husk. So we think this dream creature is feeding on the Seeker's dreams. So Marta took action, started trying to heal and figure out what was going on, and she just wasn't strong enough, so she took the Seeker back to House Jarasco. And with some help from some high-level magic casters, we are now fighting to save the Seeker's soul. And it's going to be me and Shed tonight, because there are 2 different things going on. So we've got the fight for the Seeker's soul and fight against the shadow monster outside. So we're going to play our fight today, Harley, me, and Chris. And the rest of the guys will take their fight to this monster in Clifftop next Friday. So we can kind of have our 2 combats and not have a bunch of people sit out or just listen. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. I'm going to hop into my Discord, and we're going to get this started. Marta is tapped. She has no spell slots. She has no channel divinities. She has 2 uses of her emboldening bond. So she's tapped. So this is going to be hard. So let's do this thing. Hello, I got the stream going for this one. I was doing some explanation on what's going on, so this is...
Oh god, now I have to mute the stream.
Yeah, you have to mute the stream, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Twitch. I'm not streaming it in, Discord. So unless you click over... Oh, hey, there he is. Hello. I was like, oh no, it's fine. I love this little emote you just sent. It's adorable.
It's one of my friends.
It's cute. I really like it. Oh, I am not ready.
We're gonna die.
2 people go into the Delcor.
Oh my god, I don't even know what that is.
All right.
And I need to try to ask Sebel or Orrible if there's any way they can help, because Marta is drained. She's tried a lot of magic. She's been focusing hard, and she's poured her entire, soul into saving the Seeker. So I'm hoping Orrible or Sebel have something that could give me, some spell slots back. If not, Marta's gonna do it. It's just gonna be rough.
Yep. Alright. This is Sage.
Story time, baby.
Alright,
I got
just have to
front row
load.
seats.
Oh, question, Harley.
I potentially have answers.
Potentially, you will probably have an.
Man, I wanted to get a drink before I start this because I'm nervous. But it's like I check and it's the second night I'm not drinking.
It's
You
okay.
got
Just
this. You'll be
do it
fine.
afterwards. Afterwards.
No, I couldn't because there was curfew.
Oh,
There's a curfew place on my hometown here, and shit,
I'm sorry.
it sucks. But yeah. But anyways, if everyone is ready, we can start the show, baby.
Start the show.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Asking questions. Why is
Yeah.
there a curfew? What's going on?
Oh, it's because of COVID.
COVID curfew.
COVID
Yeah.
curfew.
Fun.
Yeah. Like it's weird because they're about to start bringing out the military because we're just about we Quebecers are kind of stubborn.
You degenerate.
I
We
would
want
have.
no drinking. Fuck you, government.
I would have
No,
never
that's
guessed.
understandable.
Harley, did you hear what I was saying about Orbital and Sebel, or no? Was I just talking to myself?
No, I heard you say that you were hoping to gain some assistance from them.
I can hope
spell
and
slot.
I can hope and pray.
Yep.
We can always pray.
Oh, that was my question. So when Shed was in the Dream Realm, he did not have his blade. Will Marta have her shield and Warhammer?
I cannot tell you that right now.
Awesome. Cool.
Sounds like panic.
Yeah.
It's a bit
All
like
right.
that.
All right.
Okay.
So before the stress, here comes the calm.
I don't like the calm before the storm. We are in the eye of the storm, and I hate it.
We're gonna die.
Yo, I'm gonna be so pissed if I die. It'll be like, oh, well, I got 3 sessions with Marta, so cool.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you guys. Sorry I couldn't go with you on adventures. I had to save a soul.
Yep.
It's what Marta...
Okay, everybody will know it's Hurley's fault.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
it's just fuck you, DM. You're a piece of shit. This was the thing I was looking for. There we go. My bad. Wrong music.
Oh, but that was great music. It was great for going into the dream world.
Oh, no.
Stressy in my spaghettis.
So,
Mmm.
as you guys
Oh.
are standing at the table, and Shed, Marta, Orbital, and Sybil look at you, trying to understand what they could possibly do, and the only way to get her, as Orbital describes, is to enter into Delcor itself, the dream realm, the plane of dreams and nightmares. As you guys stand, trying to figure out what to do and how to enter in there, there's a slamming of the door, widening open inside of House Jurassica within Clifftop Adventurers Guild, and you notice it is Jean-Christophe Aron, Paladin and Warrior of the Silver Flame. As you hear the door slam open, you hear a terrifying scream from the other side. It seems that the battle is commencing outside of fighting whatever horrid creature that lurks just outside those doors. So you need to hurry in order to help your friends in the coming battle against such a creature. Jean-Christophe Arun looks at both of you. Greetings. Uh, there's a lot of shit going on outside, and if you need my assistance, I can help as much as I can, but both situations are dire. Maybe, I don't know, it's just a hunch that possibly the two scenarios are linked to one another.
That is a possibility.
As Sybil, both of you, Sybil is closing her eyes, and Orville is just looking at both of you as his nose is bleeding, and now his ear, from within his eardrums, his ears are bleeding as well, and you can visibly see it. Orville looks. Guys, you gotta hurry the fuck up. I can't hold on this. Oh, God, this really fucking hurts. Like, make a decision now. I'll hold on as much as I can.
And me giving my spell slots lowered the DC for him, correct?
Extremely.
Good. Worth it.
Still killing him. Great.
Sybil looks at both of you and she closes her eyes. And for a moment, you notice that her face turns pale. As she opens her eyes again. That is a thing of twisted of nightmares and something that should not be created in the first place. I sense that it is undead and yet cry.
Yeah, that's not great.
Whatever
This will be a great foe.
Whatever we're going to do, we need to do it fast. Orville can't hold much longer. If we're going to go, we need to go now.
How many people can you send in, boss?
I can send in both of you. Jean-Christophe looks. I can go as well if you wish for me. She looks at him. I could send in two, no more. But Jean-Christophe, if you are willing, you can give some of your magics and your holy strength of the Silver Flame to imbue Marta with, and that will greatly aid her as she is going to the other side. Jean-Christophe looks at both of you. Looks like I will be staying here, but if you need my assistance, I shall give you as much power as I can possibly can, Marta.
I look at Jean-Christophe, and I don't say anything. I'm just pleading with my eyes and my face, and I'm just pleading. I don't say anything, but there's this look of, like, devastation and vulnerability.
Jean-Christophe looks and he nods. He comes towards you and places a hand upon your large Luxodon shoulder. I will give you as much power as I possibly can, my dear. And with that, he has given up majority of his spell slots to you.
I bow my head and I close my eyes and just let whatever power he's giving me just kind of wash over me.
So what happens here is that he is sacrificing all of his first level spell slots and all of his second level spell slots to imbue you.
Do I get the same amount?
Yes, you get full.
And I don't get any channel divinities, correct?
No.
Okay. Excellent. I'll take that. And
because if you wish for channel divinity and you wish for more, you can ask of it.
I don't want to stress you too hard. If you can give me a little more, whatever you can. I need to protect the Seeker and shield. If you can't afford, I don't want to handicap you to a point where you could lose your life in the fight outside.
Do not worry, my dear. I am pretty tough to kill, and those I will be fighting with are strong within themselves. for the flame guides me. And he says a mantra. And this mantra is given to both of you guys to invigorate you. If you wish to listen, you may do so. If not, then you can ignore him.
I'm
No way.
I'm listening and praying to Buldry.
I'm
All right.
pray to my god too. While listening.
Who is your god?
The Raven Queen.
There is no Raven Queen in this world.
What?
Yep.
Ah. Well, then I guess I don't have a god.
Gods are a fickle thing in this world.
Apparently.
So
You could
he speaks-
you can pray to a higher. You can pray to the heavens and see if someone answers.
Might as well do that then.
Oh boy. This is going to be fun now. As he speaks his litany, I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. May the flame guide me to the holy light within my inner self. And for those that have listened, you both gain a point of inspiration.
Awesome.
I
Ins-
don't know what that means.
Inspiration lets you re-roll a d20 roll.
So that goes for attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. My man.
Okay. A point of inspiration. So, do I have to do anything to like mark that on my sheet?
If you go to
Next-
the top right corner,
Next
D&D Beyond,
to it's in
select your hit
between
points.
your speed and your hit points.
Oh, the little sun thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He looks at both of you. I hope this litany has given you strength and resolve. Do not let fear take control of you.
There are not enough words to express my gratitude.
This is no problem. He wields both of his blades, his two scimitars at his hip, and pulls them out ready, and they glow and are imbued with light.
I'll put a hand on Jean-Christophe's arm and just say a prayer to Buldry for him and his safety.
Thank you, my dear. Now, there is a monster that needs to be killed. And he leaves. For the players, to let you guys know, for the players, Jean-Christophe has been heavily weakened due to this, and his resources are but to a very small minimum when facing this creature. Let's hope that nothing bad happens.
Yes, let us hope.
And if it does, let's hope I can get out there in time.
Hopefully. Sybil looks at both of you. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be. Marta?
Send us, and if you can offer aid to them outside.
I will be concentrating to make sure that you go in, so I will not be giving any aid. It will drain most of my strength and my powers.
Understood.
And as she looks at both of you, she comes to the table. Please, touch my hand. And she places a hand upon the chest of the Seeker.
Alright.
I'll rest my hand on top of hers.
Guess my hand's going on top.
Then with her other hand, she places both of them together. And as you guys look at her face, her eyes glow with a deep violet purple. And with that, you both go unconscious and enter the dream realm. And that is all for tonight's session because I haven't prepared. If I kid, I kid.
I was gonna say I will come to Quebec and fuck you up. I will drive right the fuck now.
I will run my ass to Quebec and burn your house down.
I will go out of
Videotape everything.
I will go out of my way to pick up Chris, drive through New York, and
Down.
and if Chris doesn't have a passport, I'll take him in a boat across one of the Great Lakes. God damn it.
I, in fact, do not have a passport. So we're going sailing.
We're going sailing. Why can I
You
not?
find
Okay,
a
there
paddle
we
boat
go.
and you paddle across the fucking lake.
We pull some Detroit Become Human shit.
No, even worse, you find one of the little like swan boats that are paddle boats.
And we just pedal our way. We're just go!
We need to kill Harvey.
I'm glad I have tree trunks for legs.
All right.
Oh, stressy. Stress.
Do not fret. As you guys awake and are now both on the ground, all around you, what looks like to be some form of mystical forest and lights floating. And you notice that these lights are all small.
When we land, I'm immediately going to say a prayer and cast aid on us. And it lasts for 8 hours, and it's not a concentration. So, Shed, you can increase your hit points by 5.
Temporary hit points. Right?
No, your max hit points are increased by 5 for 8 hours. So they can be healed back.
Oh, okay.
If you click on your HP, you should be able to override your max HP. So click on it and look at the bottom right, and just increase your max by 5. Oop. You're gonna have to put your max HP to... So don't add 5. Say I'm at 36 hit points. Override your max HP to... I would override it to 41.
I mean, I only have 31.
Yeah, so you're gonna boost up when you go into the max override in your HP. Put put in 36 in your override max HP.
Okay, there you go. 36 HP.
Do remember that after this, you have to put it back down once it's over.
Right.
It lasts.
Down to 30.
It lasts for 8 hours.
I know.
Okay.
Just letting him know, though.
Word.
Word.
So, as you guys stand in this forest of what looks like to be of twilight and of dreams, the colors of the trees are very odd for what you two are used to. The ground beneath you is solid, but you feel like if you, for a moment's notice, if you don't focus on being here, you feel like you would fall. And in the distance away, you see a dark, pinkish light in the distance, and you hear the sound of music, a beautiful lullaby, and a poem being said out loud.
Well, this is different than last time.
What is the poem?
All
What
right,
what language is it in?
it's in common.
Okay.
Convenient.
Very convenient.
Can I do an investigation check on what I want to do? A smell investigation and see just what I can pick up. A general feel, if it's floral, if it's a smell of rotten decay, if there's a trail or a trace that can be followed. I kind of want to get a feeling for this new area we are in. Can I do that? Or would you like it to be a perception?
If you wish to use a perception check to go and smell the area here, you may do so. Go ahead.
Which is good because my perception is better than my investigation. Natural 20, so a total of 26.
Perfect. So, with this, you hear this poem. Allow me to introduce myself as one who wanders to a wondrous mind that often ponders. I am defined by what I have sought, the puzzling mind brimming with thought. Give you credence to our hidden themes, for nothing is ever as it seems. I've carefully woven for you a plot to tell you the truth that told was not, to learn the nature of family mine, who number three below nine. Grasp and ponder volume spine, get, leave hand open for your slaying. Least you cover answers more, venture now to edge of shore. Then magic sealed but upper floor, jump you further 24, to find the words that must be read, learn you language long since dead. Seek my brother always beside me, in his abilities lies another key.
Can you do us a solid and send that poem as a message to us so we can reference it? Because I am 100% not going to remember all of that. And there are riddles throughout that entire thing.
At some point, we're going to need to roll under a 9 3 times. At one point, we're going to need to roll over 24, and we have to learn a new language.
No problemos. If you guys go into set group info within the Eberron Clifftop Adventurers Guild, here is the text.
And this poem is just repeating constantly, nonstop, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So while that poem's going, Shed's making sure he has, like, his sword.
As you
Last
go
time
and
he was here, he did
check
things
your,
on it.
as you guys check your personal equipment, you're now with someone that actually is, you are sent there through your consent, and also through the powers of another person that is also a Korai. You are there with your full regalia and your equipment that is with you.
I would like to try something.
Yeah.
Knowing we're within the realm of realm of dreams, I would like to try to will magic into the head of my warhammer to attempt to make it a magical weapon.
Do you have the spell to make magic weapons?
No, I was trying to use the fact that it was a dream realm and you can seeing if I could manifest things within a dream realm.
Aha. You wish to use your strength. Give me an arcana check.
Sure.
If you wish to use another stat that you believe is more prevalent to you,
Um,
tell me why. And how would you do so?
I guess I would want to attempt to use religion, and I want to embody the presence of my god, that hearth, that fire, the power of the dragons, and kind of manifest that into my warhammer. And not to gain fire damage, just to make it a magical weapon. It doesn't have to do extra damage, but I want to try to bring my faith and the symbology of my faith and imbue my weapon with it. Would that allow me to do a religion check instead of arcana?
Go ahead and roll arcana with your wisdom modifier. If you are proficient. Well, if you wish to use religion instead, then yes,
Yeah.
I'll allow you for religion then. Go for it.
I'm gonna take it early and use my inspiration.
Oh.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Alright.
And I will mark my inspiration used.
Man, it's already an hour past. Holy shit, time flies.
Yeah, I mean, I got home at, like, around 10-ish.
No,
I got
that-
on around then.
The dark piano song that I play is like 1 hour. Jeez.
Oh, shit.
Sheesh.
Sheesh!
Sheesh. We all love D&D, baby.
God, yes.
So,
Alright, dirty 20, friend.
with a dirty 20, you feel what is your sovereign host's name?
Boldrei. Boldrei. Their symbology is a hearth fire, standing for home and comfort and peace, and also a visage of a dragon. And so my tusks have intricate carvings all around them, and if you wouldn't tell immediately looking at them, but if you really looked and you took a moment, you can find in these really intricate patterns and design, a dragon is hidden within those carvings. And I use my tattoos are essentially stained those carvings within my tusks to look like the carvings are full of flames.
Wonderful.
Flaming tattoo tusks. That's pretty dope.
Hey, that looks... And with that, your weapon becomes magical. Shed, you said you wish to speak with something before you came. I would like for you to roll me a D100.
Hoo-wee!
Depending on what you roll, something will answer.
Here
Here we go. Everybody ready? D100.
Do it, do it, do it.
42. I got the answer to life.
You life everything in the universe!
Wait, he said 42?
Yeah.
42.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Is that bad for us fuck or bad for you fuck?
Uh-oh.
I didn't want
Uh-oh.
to introduce him so early.
What? What? Excuse me? No. No. Did the entity he was talking... No. No. No.
Yes.
No.
I don't know, but yes.
No. Harley!
As you hear a voice, you hear something response.
Do I hear this as well, or just
Nope,
Shed?
this is just Shed.
Okay.
You hear a story being told to you from a place far beyond, and in whispers and secrets.
Secrets are good, usually.
So, jeez. Once there was a prince of a grand kingdom, the youngest of 8 sons. His brothers were celebrated as heroes of the realm, but whatever the youngest prince did, his deeds were never noticed. The shadows cast by his brothers were too long. Even when he saved the kingdom from a cruel dragon, the people assumed one of his brothers had done the deed. But in that dragon's lair, the prince discovered a strange sack. Reaching inside, he found a toy he'd loved as a child and long forgotten about, a comb lost by his sister, and a map of a nation that no longer exists. Curious, he climbed into the sack and found a castle within it, filled with forgotten wonders. No one ever noticed he was gone, and no one remembers his name or his deed. But the forgotten prince still dwells in his castle of lost things. When you forget something you love, or when something you need is nowhere to be found, it's because the forgotten prince has taken it for his hoard.
That's intense.
You hear another voice. Oh, it has been such a long time since I've had seen you, Shed.
Is this a voice I can talk to? Like I can
Yes, you may.
see me? You know who I am?
Of course I know who you are. I
Shut.
made a deal. And with that, in return, well, it is what you are now.
Shed, are you speaking out loud?
I'm talking to the voice in my head, I guess.
But are you doing it out loud or just mentally?
I might as well be out loud. That
Up to
doesn't know
you.
any better.
Up to you. I wanted to make sure and see if I was just hearing one half or if you were just had 1,000-yard stare.
We'll do it inside his head. Makes things easier.
All right. And as you ponder within your mind and speak back, I am the Dark Prince. I am the Forgotten Prince. And it's funny how fate and the story that you bring makes you come back to me. I look forward in working together. Young little warrior, all you need to do is just to do one thing. Make a mark of my sigil. Hide it from everyone else. For this is a secret that no one else should know. And within that mind, you see a symbol of what looks like to be a scythe.
Interesting. It's like,
And for a moment, as you see the figure itself, you notice his skin is dark. He is wreathed in shadow. He wears a porcelain mask. His eyes glow blue, and long, beautiful black hair. And wielding in his hand what looks like to be a mighty weapon of that of a scythe. And he looks at you. Shh. The secret is between you and me, young one. I hope that you look for my assistance in the future. And while I am here now, dear sweet one, what is it do you wish for me to help you with? I see you are in a place no mortal should ever go. What help do you wish from me?
Shed, what do you look like right now? So you're listening to this voice and you're talking. What do you look like on the outside?
normal, angry, 1,000 yard stare. So I'm just standing there, like normal, like when we got up, just looking straight ahead. I just haven't moved.
Noticing he hasn't moved and he's off into space, I'm gonna grab his shoulder and just shake him a little bit and just call to him, Shed. Shed.
Shed, you hear Marta.
Listen, you God, I guess. The Keeper of Dreams took something from a friend of mine. He took her memories. And it's my fault. I have to get them back. Any assistance you could provide with that would be great.
So, is this a deal then?
Oh no. Oh no. Shed's about to become a warlock.
If it'll help me save her, it's a deal.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no,
Now,
oh
the thing
no.
is, what are you giving up for it?
Now I need to figure out what to give up. I don't know what that would entail. Like an arm or like an ability.
Now, I don't wish for those. It's disgusting. I don't wish to hold that within my hold. What is your dearest memory? What is your dearest thing that you hold on so close to your chest that you won't let anyone ever know? A secret is what I ask for.
I'm shaking Shed a little bit harder. Just... Shed. What's wrong? Shed. And I've got him by both shoulders now. And I see, and I'm looking him dead in the face, and I can tell that he doesn't see me at all. Like he's looking right through me.
You know I only have one secret.
That you are an undead. That will suffice. And with that, Shed, I am sorry to let you know if you are willing to give up your ability of being a revenant, and in return, you'll get something in return.
All right. Time to be human. Alright. Let's do it.
Wonderful. And with that, if you wish to give away the knowledge of a past life or deathless nature, you can do so. You choose
I
between the
will
two.
give away knowledge of a past life.
So, from here on, you have knowledge of a past life. You no longer, and that's it. But what you gain in return is a power that he can bestow upon you.
How do I get rid of? Can I like get rid of it off my character sheet,
Uh, we'll just
or do you
we
just
can
pretend like it's not there?
we'll just pretend that it's not there.
Okay,
Sorry.
that works for me.
So,
Just make like a little note to remember.
just to let you know, you now have an ability and a spellcasting ability. If you expend up to 2 key points with either with your ability, you would be able to cast inflict wounds.
Ooh. Spend 2 key points to cast inflict wounds. All right.
And he can do that as long as he has key points. Yeah?
Yep.
Well, I only have the 4.
I'm now raising my voice, like, and I've grabbed Shed's face by the jaw and just, Shed, come back. Come back. Where are you?
That's all.
So,
God, again. Not you,
Hey.
God, him, God.
I am no god. I am something else.
Perfect. have a
I
friend
hope
to go
you get
save.
to do business again. And maybe I can restore some of your memory. And with that, Shed, you remember one fragment of a memory. You remember a time during uh, during the ceasefire during the war, because there were plenty. You remember as a kid that you were being a little bit older than him, but you always had this scrawny little boy with black hair following around you. As he speaks your name, all you hear is but you remember speaking his name, saying, "Oh, hey, what's up there, Jacob? How you doing?"
All right.
And from there, you remember the boy's face. A young lad. And that is it.
All right.
So, as an action, you can spend up to 2 key points to cast the spell Inflict Wounds.
This is gonna sound really dumb. What does inflict wounds do?
So, inflict wounds is a spell.
I
that-
can read that for you. It's pretty great. Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. When you cast a spell using a spell slot second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for each slot level above first. It is an action to use. It is a touch spell, and it happens once, and it is instantaneous, and it has verbal and somatic components. So it has speech and hand motions.
And one more player, you think? Do I have to like add that action on my sheet?
I'm already doing it.
Oh, okay, cool. I feel dumb when I have to ask questions. It seems like everybody else knows the answer to.
No, it's fine. We have been playing D&D for a long time. You have been playing D&D for like 2 months. And there's...
Asking questions is how you learn.
Yeah, there's so much in D&D. Like, I'm always asking questions still. Always. So, don't feel dumb.
So inflict wounds, basically, if I can touch it, I just kind of grab it and have the opportunity to do a whole bunch of damage to them.
Yeah, you could... So rather than making a melee attack, you're going to make a spell attack. And I'm not sure... I think I missed, or I'm not sure what your spell casting ability is. I don't know if it's going to be like wisdom, charisma, or intelligence or something.
It's going to be wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh.
So
My
what?
wisdom's +3.
What is it? 10 plus your ability modifier? Is that what it is? Or like proficiency? Is it your
It's
8?
It's your proficiency plus your wisdom modifier.
So
2 and a 3 is going to be a +5, and don't worry, I'm already doing it.
yeah, so it's what is it? 8 plus 2 plus 3. Is that what it is? I don't know. I always screw it up. Oh, I'm looking at save DC. That's what I'm thinking of. Oopsie poopsies.
All it took for me to gain magic was giving up learning anything about my past. Cool. Cool.
Makes me wonder what's gonna happen when you hit next level.
I forgot I had your stream on in the background, so I just heard you say, I'm excited to find out what's going to happen when you hit next level twice. I was like, wait a minute. Did you just say that twice?
No, I did not say it twice. Not actually. Full of stress.
We haven't even gotten to the stressful part yet.
Oh no, Marta is like trying very hard not to smack you in the face. Because she can't reach you at all. You're not answering and you're not responding, and you've got 1,000-yard stare going. So she is using like all of her discipline to not smack you in the face.
Wise. What the fuck? So ignore as you would refresh your page.
Okay.
You will see inflict wounds.
Yep.
When you roll for the damage, ignore the you minus away the +4. I don't know why it says +4, but it's 3d10 total.
Okay. I'll just roll 3 and use the dice in the corner instead of using the
No problem.
damage button.
Hey Harley. Just a curious question. If he dumped all 4 key points, would he be able to cast Inflict Wounds at a higher level?
That will be explained at a later date.
Cool.
But as for now, you can spend 2 key points to do that.
Neato.
Oh, I think I know why it's a +4 instead of a. It's because I think it's taken from my constitution.
No, it's just taken from. It is because it's wisdom based. It's taking off from your wisdom.
Well, my wisdom's +3. The only thing
Oh
I
yeah.
have-
Well, right now it's a +3. If you refresh it again, I fixed it. But it shouldn't be a +3 anyways. And I try to make a fixed value where it's like negative.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. It says 3d10 +3.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any addition after the
I know.
D10s. That's
That's
what.
it.
Oh no, I'm explaining to Chris.
Oh, okay.
So when you cast a spell like Inflict Wounds, it doesn't add on like your attack modifier. It's just the dice rolls. So it'll just be 3d10 with no additions.
Sweet. A deal has been made and a deal has been struck. The whisper speaks to you. Now go forth, warrior of shadow and darkness, an acolyte to my name, and I might reward you with more of your memory.
Oh, you just made a pact.
Packed.
Congratulations! Yay!
Yay.
Making bad decisions!
Oh.
For good reasons.
Let's fucking go!
This is not good, Chris.
Fine. It's fine.
No.
Fine.
No.
So, as you guys wander, and as you no longer hear the voice, Shed.
Just one thing,
Yeah.
real quick. When Chet comes out, Marta, why are you grabbing my face? I need that.
And like she now brings both hands to your face and is like close and is, you were gone for minutes. You wouldn't answer. Where did you go?
We'll deal with it later. We have bigger problems.
And she just, it's a deep sigh because she's so concerned for you, but knows you're right. And will kind of grab you by the shoulder and pull you forward to start walking. These purple areas here, Harley, is that like forests and trees?
Yep. The map is free and open to you guys.
Yeah. And I'll walk and approach this, what seems to be a chasm. How deep is this chasm? Is it a chasm?
As you look down, you see thousands of more lights of small glowing spheres of people. And with this, I would like you guys to give me a perception check.
A perception check, eh?
It's
So 13 passive perception is not gonna cut it, huh?
visually based, correct?
Yep.
Perception check. Oh,
Oh.
that sucks.
Oh no.
Yeah, and mine's cocked.
Got a 9. My passive is fucking better than that, dude.
Oh, 25.
Oh, well.
I have a +6 to my perception.
I only have a +3.
Yeah, she's proficient.
It's okay. And Marta, from before, for you smelling, as you smell the air, it smells of nothing. It smells clean. It's so eerie that you think that a place such as this, with nature around itself, should be filled with a certain scent, but you smell nothing.
So there's no smell of earth or woods or
Nothing.
leaves. Okay.
Nothing.
That's unsettling.
And Shed and Marta, as you guys look down, Shed, the light is a bit bright. It's a little too much, and you're more concerned of what is being lost within yourself in order to have something to be gained. But Marta, as you look closer at these lights, you notice that these are floating dreams and what looks like to be a river of some sort. As you guys look around and you see this, you notice that the lights come up towards you.
So we're essentially on like a riverbank,
Hmm.
not a cliff edge.
It's at this point here, as you guys are staring, you hear a voice within both of you guys' mind, and you understand the familiarity of it. It is that of Sibyl. And she says, "You are in the realm of dreams. In order to gain access to the other side, or to do something, your wills must be strong."
Oh, we have to jump in this river, don't we?
No,
I've
do
been
not jump in the river.
Yeah,
Do not.
I've been looking at the map and I just haven't gotten to say anything to you yet. But I'll look over at Shed and seeing and understanding what this is, and I'll lean to Shed quietly. Don't touch the lights. Whatever you do, don't touch the lights. Have you told Marta about what the shadow creature from before said to you? You said it in front of Marta about being a husk, and being empty, right?
Yeah, but I didn't go into any detail.
Um, Marta will say very, very sternly, "Do not touch the dreams. I'm concerned of the risk. I only heard bits, but if you are empty or a husk, I don't know what these dreams could do to you. Avoid them at all costs." And she's looking down the riverbank and sees a narrowing across the river that we could potentially leap across. But she would like to try something else. And I'd like to try to manifest a bridge across, whether it's invisible or visible, or manifest a parting of the river to give us a safe place to walk.
All right. Good thing you guys are strong in wisdom. In order to pass this first obstacle and form a bridge to get to the other side, I need both of you to make me a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Yeah, 22.
Nope. 8.
Shite.
Yeah. I've been rolling really well, so I mean, I knew it was gonna happen.
That happens to the best of us.
Yeah, this is not what I wanted it to happen on, that's for sure.
So, Marta, as both of you guys hear the words of Sibyl, you guys were. You see that Shed focusing really hard. You notice like veins popping out of his head. You notice that a bridge is formed to get onto the other side. You hear Sibyl's voice again. Ah, good, good. All you need to do is touch the other shoulder of the person that is manifesting that bridge and to go forward.
Real quick, I'm going to kneel down and try to touch the bridge without touching Shed. I don't want to reach my hand into the water, I just want to try to touch the bridge.
As you go and try to touch the bridge with the discouraging roll that you made,
Yeah.
your hand slips through it. It is through Shed's will
Mm-hmm.
that the bridge is made.
Yep. Okay. Shed, I believe this is under your control, please. And I'll kind of have him go in front of me and put my hand on his shoulder and follow him over the bridge.
So, do you guys go over the bridge?
We go over the bridge.
Yeah, you go over the bridge.
Let's see. I'm reading this poem real quick.
Oh, speaking of that poem, hey, Harley, you wouldn't happen to have that story written down, would you?
Oh, of course.
I tried to type it out as you were saying it, but
It's
I was
all
like-
good.
Oh
dude.
yeah, I didn't even bother because I knew I would just miss the information and not understand it, which is why I was like, hey Harley, can you copy paste this for me, please?
No problem. I'm gonna send it to you directly, my man.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I didn't hear that story.
Man, I love D&D. Woo! Let's fucking go! Let's
Woo!
fucking go!
Just blow out my stream, just woo!
Woo! Go,
Um,
bitches! So, you guys made it to the other side of this bridge. You are now touching solid land.
I am asking a question on behalf of Shed, or to say, the story he heard, does that align with lines from the poem? Would he be able to grasp that the story?
These two things are totally unrelated.
Okay, because that first bit of this poem seems a lot like it's talking about this prince.
Nope.
Shed is gonna turn to Marta to make sure she's okay, because the last time he was here with somebody, they were not okay. So he's gonna. Are you all right, Marta?
Don't worry about
A
me.
little weird being here.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. My concern lies for you and your vulnerable state. You've been here before and been threatened. Don't worry about me.
All right.
I want to make a perception check and try to see. According to the poem, things are not as they appear. I would like to try to acknowledge that part of the poem and see if I can try to see past the illusion, if there is an illusion to what we are seeing as we move further in from the bank.
All right.
Can I give her advantage?
Yes, you may. Marta, I
Take
want you
advantage.
to do an insight check.
You got it. Got pretty. Oh, natural 20, bitch! Yes! Thank you for that advantage. 26 total. Yes!
Fuck yeah!
Yes!
As you guys look upon into the distance to discern what is possibly or an illusion of some sort, you notice a creature standing in front of the cave entrance.
Can we tell what kind of creature it is with that natural 20?
You see you see a humanoid figure with a viney whip in one hand, made of sinew and other things. And he's standing there, and he's holding, he looks at it and ponders upon it. And both of you guys recognizes that this is a staff that the Seeker was holding.
This motherfucker right here.
Yep.
Does
And
Shed...
he's looking at it and pondering at it and tries to swing it around and tries to understand what it does in a language that both of you do not understand. And
It's not
to
abyssal or celestial.
nope,
Nope.
it's
Oh,
4i.
okay.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't understand that.
And he doesn't see us, right? Not yet?
Nope. He's focusing on something else entirely.
For the first time, can I stealth my way over to him?
I was just gonna say, Shed, I think we might want to use these trees for our cover.
I agree. As much as I want to just run over and cut his head off.
And I guess I'll roll a stealth roll.
I've never gotten to roll my stealth.
Yeah, it's a good thing for you.
It's my second best skill after acrobatics.
Hell yeah.
Excited.
Alright. Meanwhile, I have a -1 to stealth. Oh, yeah, that's not good for us.
Harley, would we get advantage because we're in the trees? And he hasn't noticed us?
You make a valid point, good sir. Yes, I'll allow you guys to have advantage.
Whoo-wee!
Roll that stealth, baby. Okay. Come on, let's see if I can do better.
That's better. It's still not good, but it's better.
Alright, I got a 21.
I have a 13.
21 and 13. All right. So, you're able to see this staff. It's a wooden staff that has what looks like in the center what used to hold a diamond inside, but it's no longer there. But it glows with a sort of hint pinkish hue. As you guys focus on it, and Marta, with your perception checks before, you hear that the poem itself comes from this staff, but it's only being sent out towards anyone that can help.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
The staff is giving off the poem as it detects your guys' thoughts,
Alright.
and it is why the poem is only being said to you, and why this creature cannot hear it and just looks at this thing and swings it around, thinking that it's some sort of broken stick. He tries to break it over his knees, but realizes he can't and doesn't understand why. It seems to be indestructible.
And so we've snuck up on him, so we're like, I would assume we would be close to see the staff in this much detail.
Maybe about here, Harley?
So, I am just going to say this right now. As you guys move forward, for the first initial stealth, you guys were successful to get up onto here, but as to get closer, I need you guys to roll another stealth check. Again, with advantage through the cover.
Wait. Ooh. 30-20.
Nice.
11.
11. Marta, you know Shed get low and move quietly within the trees. But your heavy footfalls and heavy footsteps give you away. You see this person and this creature turns and look at you.
Where would you say we got to in these woods? About here?
Come out, little rats. I know where you are. Show yourself.
I am going to take this opportunity to cast Heroism on Shed.
What does
No
that do?
need to be afraid. Come out.
You know what?
I know you are there.
I'll wait. I'll wait to cast. I'll wait.
If we are playing a game of hide and seek, I can hide just as well.
Can't let him run away.
If you wish to show yourself, reveal yourselves to me, and I might be merciful.
Marta, distract him.
Um, I will step out.
So you guys notice that he threw the staff and plonks it onto the ground over here. I am going to draw a symbol of what the staff, where the staff is.
When he drops the staff, does the poem stop?
The poem does stop.
Is there still that pink glow in the top and the head of the staff?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, a sweet mortal. Oh, sorry. Oh, a sweet morsel. The guardian told me you would come, and he has placed me to guard our feast. Now, if you do not wish to become one of them, I suggest you turn around and go back where you came from, Plain Walker.
Should I go get my magic deck?
Um, I'll say to him,
Yes.
I'm afraid I cannot leave. I have business.
Oh,
More important than me.
oh, really? This is that girl. She has plenty of memories. A sweet morsel.
Oh, while they're talking, I'm still stealthing my way towards them.
Go
through
ahead.
the trees. You need another roll, right?
Roll with advantage.
While
The
that's
creature turns and looks. Yes, roll with advantage, you.
Roll with advantage, you. 23.
Good.
while he's stealthing in the trees, what about a trade?
A trade, you say? Hmm.
A nightmare for my passage.
A nightmare, you say? Sweet and delectable indeed. But
Uh,
what type of nightmare would you give to us?
What would I have to roll to sneak up on him? Would that still be stealth?
Yes.
I offer my shame.
Your shame. Oh, so sweet. Kalkarak will be happy to have such a morsel such as yourself. The Guardian, the Watcher.
I only offer if you allow us to pass into that cave.
I'm going to roll to sneak up behind him. That would just
So,
be without
with you,
advantage?
this will just be regular. Because you're getting out of cover to get to here.
Or just a regular stealth roll.
Yes.
Come on. Ah, that sucks. 11.
Alright. You needed a 10 to beat it.
Oh, hooray!
I am in conversation with this old elephant. Something sweet, something delectable, a nightmare, a fear, a hope, and a dream. That is what we want.
Just reaches out, puts his hand on the back of his neck. You might want to think again.
you go and touch him on his shoulder, I am assuming that you are going to use inflict wounds.
Well, yes.
Would you like to?
Well,
Because I'm going to say this now. As soon as you guys touch him, as soon as you touch him, we're going into initiative.
okay, then yes.
Awesome. So, due to the fact that this is going to be your turn first, you have the surprise round. So I need both of you guys to roll me initiative, and we can get combat underway.
Will Shed get it because Shed managed to sneak up on him? Will he get advantage on?
Yep.
Excellent.
And plus, I have been giving. There is a new flanking rule.
Ooh.
You have to, as I said before, you guys have to be within adjacent creatures from here to here, like this perfect example here,
Yep.
and you will have advantage on the attack, on a melee attack roll. So Ludovic, you're out of here. Fazens, you're out of here. Chog, you're out of here. Dabrak, you're out of here. Put you guys down.
An 18. My plus 9
18.
came in handy.
Ho ho. Ho 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 ho.
Lena has been sitting in front of my keyboard this entire time, and I'm so glad she's here.
Alright.
She's so soft and so soothing.
That's a 15. Oh, nope, 14. Pardon. God damn it. So, with the initiative modifiers set and ready to rock and roll, well, we got some awesome music for you guys here.
Even though I'm lower in the initiative, will I get a surprise round or no? Just Shed.
No, you would not.
Okay.
Just Shed.
Okay.
So do I have surprise round and then my turn, or is it the surprise round is my turn?
And then your turn.
So you get back-to-back turns.
Wait.
The awesomeness of surprise rounds, my dudes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Surprise. If you can pull it off, they're great. It's a shame because I really was off. It wasn't just a distraction. I was genuinely offering up a nightmare.
Oops.
It's okay. You got a surprise round that can be critical. Like if you roll a natural 20 on this inflict wounds, you get to roll 68. Or yeah, no D10s.
60
60 10s.
Okay.
And I believe
Alright.
he has advantage on his strike, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Advantage on inflict wounds. First one.
Alright.
Not very good. Second one is a 15.
15. A 15 hit.
15 hits, huh?
Yep.
And 3 D10s. Alright, and with 3 D10s, 11 damage.
11 damage.
Oh, right, and I have to remember to have used key points. 1, 2. Sorry.
This music is great.
Alright. Here we go.
Alright.
So, you dealt 11 points of damage to him. You are able to move or do anything else.
And I just attack him again?
So now, since the surprise round is done, you have now your turn. If you wish to do your turn now, you may do so.
Cool. I'm just gonna attack him.
All right, and you attack him.
With advantage, right? 'Cause we're flanking still.
Yep.
Oh, buddy, 25.
Nice.
Ooh, sheesh.
All right. I'm gonna two-hand my katana. Just slash down. And hit him for another 14 points of damage.
Damn.
Shit, son.
But wait, there's more. Because I'm also gonna use my bonus action to attack him again.
With a good old unarmed strike.
Yes.
Nice. Go ahead and punch him.
First one is 24, and the second one is 11. So 24. So, and then damage is gonna be a 7.
7. Hell yeah. You deal mighty blows against this creature from his back. You guys notice for a certain moment, Shed, as you hit him from the back and his face turns towards you, you notice that he takes a visage that is similar to yours, but older. Marta, you also notice the same.
And it looks like
Yeah.
Shed, not me, right?
It looks like Shed.
Okay.
It is now this creature's turn. This creature looks at his surroundings. Well, it is my turn now. As he turns and looks, he looks upon you, Marta. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, big oof.
You can do it, Marta.
Uh, 13.
13 succeeds.
Yeah, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
He then looks at his surroundings. And then disappeared.
I dare you.
He disappears and pops over to here.
Oh. That's it. Disappeared? Like, so no attack of opportunity?
No attack of opportunity.
Teleporting motherfucker.
He's then using his whip. He is going to attack you twice from the back, Marta. First attack does a 25 hit.
Yes.
I have.
You take 5 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Second attack does a 27. Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
Fuck me.
That is a 9 total.
Okay.
As 2 attacks are successfully placed upon you, I need you to make me another. You need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
The 13.
13 is another success again.
Question.
Yes.
What is the difference between psychic damage and normal damage?
It
Damage
depends
is-
on it depends on your resistances and stuff. So, like, if you're a barbarian who takes half damage against, like, bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing, you take half damage there, but if it's, like, psychic damage, you take the full damage. And it can also have, like, mental effects. Like, some spells do. Some creatures are, like, resistant to certain spells, but they're not resistant to psychic damage, or they're vulnerable to it.
Oh, okay, I see it on my thing. I have resist. Okay, got it. Got it.
Nice. That's awesome. Oh, Harley, by the way, if any of these saves are for charmed or frightened effects, I have advantage on those saving throws. Just as a heads up.
All right. And no, you're not resistant to psychic damage. It's poison.
Yeah. That's what I'm resistant to poison.
Still
I
good.
didn't realize I was resistant to anything, so I was excited.
It is now the end of his turn. Marta, is now your turn.
I'm going to use my action to give us emboldening bond. Hold on, I need to turn Vexera down. I feel like I'm yelling.
Yeah, it's all right.
He is in fact very loud.
I am?
Okay. No.
Oh, yeah.
Computer.
Yeah. The music bot. I'm going to use emboldening bond on Shed and myself. You can forge an empowering bond among people who are at peace with one another. As an action, you choose a number of willing creatures within 30 feet of you. This can include yourself, equal to your proficiency bonus. You create a magical bond among them for 10 minutes or until you use this feature again. While any bonded creature is within 30 feet of one another, the creature can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw it makes. Each creature can add the d4 no more than once per turn. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So, Shed, once per turn, you can add a d4 to your attack rolls, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Very nice. It's a very simple bless.
Yeah, it's nice because it doesn't use a spell slot. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Shed. So, Shed, you have a +2 to your AC.
19 armor class. Got it. Thank you.
And then I'm going to move here, which puts me still within 30 feet of Shed.
Nice. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Wonderful. Next turn in the order, back to the top round. Shed, is now your turn.
No fucking around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm back. What's up?
And you've got flanking, so you get advantage on your rolls.
Let's see if I can't hurt you again.
Fuck him up.
26.
26 hits.
Going with 2 hands. 12 points of damage.
12
Nice.
points of damage.
And then bonus action. Unarmed strike.
Punch him in the face.
The first one's a 23, second one 23. It hits.
Hell yeah. Roll damage.
Only 6 points of damage. But I'm
Damage,
punching them in
damage.
the face.
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking this guy up.
Yes, you are. Wonderful. Awesome. Is that your turn?
Nothing really else I can do, so yeah, it's gonna be my turn.
Alright, next turn in the order is the creature's turn now. This creature looks at... I'll save it. As you guys notice that his whip-like movements tends to increase and is now twirling more and more and more all around him. He seems to be in some certain form of dance. And after that, he looks at you, Shed, and attacks you twice.
Can I catch his whip with deflect missile?
No.
Okay,
That would have been cool, though.
that would have been cool.
First attack, a 10 is a miss.
Misses.
Second attack,
That was with advantage, too, right?
not by me.
Oh! My brain pooped and thought it was Shed.
Does a dirty 20 hit.
Unfortunately.
Alright, I get to roll a d6 now. Come on, give it to me. Yeah, GG. As you notice that he starts moving this whip around, and the first attack missed, you dodge and weave out of the way. The second attack coming down, landing upon you, but you notice something changes with the weapon itself. You notice that it's covered in what looks like this wet bile around this whip. So the first damage coming towards you, you are dealt 5 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
And from that ability that he has used upon this whip, you are dealt 20 points of acid.
Oh, fuck!
Shit.
Next turn, and that is his turn. Next turn in the order, Marta.
Where are you at health-wise? You're in the teens, right?
I'm at 11.
Oh, boop, boop. That,
To kill him and get some hit points back.
cure wounds at level 1, so D8. Oh, fuck me. That's 6 points of healing.
Alright. 17. It's better.
Better than nothing. And I will use second wind on myself.
Wonderful.
Oh shit, yeah, he fucked you up. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
You guys can still use, as I said before, a bonus action to use scans to know what this creature's abilities are.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It's been a minute. You said something about martial checks the other night, so I wasn't sure.
These are bonus action scans.
And I will move back to the other side of this creature, and that's my turn.
Cool. As soon as you do that, he is going to use an ability and attack you once.
Even though I didn't leave his threat range?
Yep.
Cool.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
Fuck. You raise your shield, seeing a whip coming by to strike you at your neck. And you
Clang!
deflect it away with your shield. Next turn in the order, back to the top. Shed, is now your turn.
Alright. Not gonna attack.
Here you go. I'm gonna hit him.
I'ma hit him.
I'ma get him!
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
Damn. Oh, I missed with my sword.
Keep going.
I can use unarmed strike even if I don't actually land the blow, right?
Yes, you can.
So unarmed strike then.
All right.
God damn it! Roll higher.
About a
Yes!
5. That hit?
Yeah!
Hit.
Hell yeah. Let's see, how much damage am I doing? 8 points of damage. I'm punching him in the face again.
Nice.
Bam!
Go! 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 Give me my friend back!
him up. Ain't like me now, motherfucker. Punch you all day long, baby.
It seems I have to use my true self to kill you too.
Let's see what this other state is that he's got.
As you guys deal the significant damage towards this creature warps and changes. His head seemingly falls to the ground with a grinning smile upon its face and turns into shadow. You notice his arms turns into what looks like these crab-like
Appendages.
appendages that don't have hooks, but what comes out of them forms blades of pure energy, and his legs of his body turn and changes that of a centipede, and it grows larger in size.
You said his legs turn into like a centipede-like creature?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So, he's a combination of the centipede we fought in the snow level,
Ooh!
the crab monster, and the sword from the giant we fought.
Oh, he's so big. He is so big. He is huge.
He is a chunky boy.
He is huge. Oh no.
Yeah, because we've never killed giant things before.
New abilities have been set to the creature.
Oh, fuck. Ah, shit, and it's his turn, too.
So, congratulations. Now this creature turns and looks at both of you. Marta, you get 1 slash. Shed, you get 1 slash.
At advantage.
No, he's gonna slash us once.
Oh, I was like, I don't know why we're getting attacks, but I'm not going to question it.
So, Marta, coming towards you. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
You take, I'm sorry to say this, 20 points of psychic damage, and I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it for charm or frightened?
It is to be frightened.
That's 20.
20 is a success. Shed, you're getting an attack. I also need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw a second time for your spell, for the spell.
I'm already doing it.
Shield of Faith.
I'm doing it. Come on, D20.
The DC for that is 10.
I make it.
Woo!
16.
Success.
So Shed
Yeah.
keeps his +2.
Yep. Shed, you see this blade coming crashing down upon you, trying to strike at you, but you see it coming and you dodge out of your way. I rolled an 18 on that shit.
Yeah, baby!
Yo, Shield of Faith!
So fucking low.
I got you, fam. I got you.
It is then going to go low to the ground and move away from both of you.
Attack of opportunity!
Yup. Would we technically get advantage because we attack while he's flanked? Excellent.
Sweet.
I will always ask for advantage, always.
My highest was a 15. I didn't...
Mine is... Ooh, it's not very high. It's, 17?
Both of those attacks hit.
Yes.
This motherfucker's taking 10 damage from me.
Don't forget you have +4 once per turn on an attack roll. Don't forget.
Is that on damage or on hit?
To hit.
Okay.
So if you make an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw, too, as long as you haven't used it, you can use it once. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage, sir.
10 points of whatever my longsword deals.
Probably slashing.
Yep.
If it looks like it's poking something, it's piercing. If it's a little hammer, it's bludgeoning. And I forget what the slashing looks like, but it's probably looks like a sword.
Blade.
Yeah.
So, as you guys notice, this creature goes into the tree line.
Oh, I didn't add my +4. That's okay. I didn't need it. Is that his turn?
What's your guys' passive perceptions?
16.
As you notice, this creature goes into the woods. You no longer see him.
Is it an action to make a perception check to find him?
Yes.
That sucks. Can I try to sniff him out then?
Sniff him out?
Yep. Is he stinky?
All right. Is he stinky?
Is he stinky?
He does have the smell of your blood upon his psychic blades. So I will allow that, yes.
That is a 19.
A 19, as you sniff as you must, you can't seem to sense him.
Frustration. What are my bonus actions again? And you said it was an action for perception or a bonus action?
An action for perception.
Fuck. Five, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Come on. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna stay here. And I'm gonna wait.
Alright.
That's my turn. Unfortunately.
Next turn in the order is your turn, Shed. If you guys wish for using your reaction, you can do a perception check or an insight check. Right now.
I'm going to use my reaction
Yep.
and do an insight check. Because my
All right.
insight is better than my perception.
Fuck, man! 17.
17.
Yeah.
Shed.
22.
22.
Nice.
So,
And my
You
turn
guys-
is done, right? I can't move anywhere. Okay.
so, as you guys hear something,
Oh, wait! Hold on! I forgot!
Yeah, you have your +4, so.
20.
20, nice. So both of you guys can sense this. You notice the staff glows and speaks to both of you. Greetings and salutations.
Oh my
good friend.
god. Oh my god.
I am Fab Incarcio. And if you can pick me up and help me out here, I could help you in this fight if you can, in order to save my fellow master. Please.
Okay. Dick. It's my turn, yeah?
And now it is your turn.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. Picks up the stick.
You pick up the stick.
Talking stick. Okay, you're going behind me.
So, since it's now your turn, you can now use you regain your reaction. So you can use your reaction to pick up that stick if you wish.
Yeah.
Man, Nat, read your sheet! Fuck! I have intercept, and I can use it as a reaction. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my... can I use my bonus action to pick it up?
I'll allow it.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to pick it up. And stick it behind me, and... I guess... look for this thing again?
Alright, so as you pick up the staff, you hear the staff speak to you. I am a +3 quarterstaff, and I have many abilities and magics that you can use.
Okay. Woody, what you got?
So I'm adding a +3 quarterstaff to your equipment. So
Reload something real quick. Plus 3
So, so as you pick up the staff, Fab Incarcio is a +3 quarterstaff that appears to be slightly crooked, smooth wooden staff. Its tip features a diamond shape with a perfectly circular hole carved in its center. This 6-foot-long object is only ever found in the company of the Seeker, and seems to serve as a spellcasting focus. Its nature and origin are largely shrouded in mystery. The Seeker refuses to elaborate on any effects that the staff is able to produce. Fabio Incarcio, the staff itself, cannot be destroyed by any known means, and any attempt to send it to a different plane causes the caster to be sent instead. Creatures that attempt to magically divine details about it are only able to learn about its sentience. So, as you have the staff, and it's now sentient to you, you can do... There are 20 charges in this staff.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
So, expending 1 charge, cast Dancing Light, with the light seeming to contain an entire city. Inspecting the light closely with a perception check of a DC 20 shows these unfamiliar cities rapidly build themselves up before collapsing to unknown causes. Expending another charge causes a hidden set of symbols to glow along the staff, which reads in something incomprehensible. Expending 2 charges casts Charm Person with a save of a DC 18. Expending 3 charges casts the Teleport spell, in which Fab Incarcio is considered an object associated with each of the taverns as well as the elemental realities. Expending 6 charges fills up 8 target creatures with a sense of euphoria for 1d4 hours, making a charisma saving throw of DC 18, benefiting from the spell known as Calm Emotions. Expending 12 charges, cast the Wish spell.
Oh my god.
Expending 20 charges allows the user to select an area with up to 1 mile radius containing no more than a maximum of 8 creatures. For the next minute, the user can reshape the area or fabric of reality in a way similar to the spell of Mirage Arcane, except once the minute ends, the illusion replaces the previous reality.
I'm sorry, so this is over the table. You're telling me if I use all 20 charges of this thing, I can reshape a mile circumference of an area into whatever I want for a minute, or I can use Wish and just do whatever I want. I love this thing.
Okay.
I love this thing.
Can I say something above table?
Yeah, of course. Would you like to tell him the disastrous effects if you try to use Wish?
Okay. So, Wish, you roll a D100, and there can be, depending on how you roll, I think it might be like 30, under 33, something terrible happens at the DM's discretion. So you have to be careful with what you wish for, because if it's something that bends reality to an extreme degree, there can be severe consequences. If you're doing something along that is like a spell that exists, it's less risky because you're using a spell that exists. It can be cast on its own, and Wish can kind of take the form of that because you're doing the effects. Something you could do with a Wish spell would be to wish that you, myself, and the Seeker were taken back to the material plane. So potentially, we might not even need to enter the cave. We might be able to just wish the three of us out.
Yeah,
But it is a risk.
I'm thinking Wish is going to be our last resort.
It might want to be our first resort, because going up against that monster, just the two of us, could be disastrous.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if we roll bad, it's going to be disastrous anyways.
Potentially, but it's a risk. So there's risk of dying or risk of an unknown effect. Personally, I would take the Wish risk, but I don't have the quarterstaff. It is completely up to you.
God damn it! Why is it up to me? Ah, fuck.
You have the staff. I'm just telling you what could happen with Wish, man. And I'm fudging some stuff because I don't have Wish open. Hold on. Let me do this for it. Let me do this right.
Hey Harley, that big list of things you said I could do with the quarterstaff, you wouldn't happen to be able to send that, would you?
Okay, I'm gonna give you some information on Wish. It's a bit long, but bear with me. Wish is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By simply speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accord with your desires. The basic use of this spell is to duplicate any other spell of 8th level or lower. You don't need to meet any requirements in that spell, including costly components. The spell simply takes effect. Alternatively, you can create one of the following effects of your choice. You can create one object up to 25,000 gold pieces. You allow up to 20 creatures that you can see to regain all hit points and all effects on them described in the Greater Restoration spell. You grant up to 10 creatures that you can see resistant to a damage type that you choose. You grant up to 10 creatures you can see immunity to a single spell or other magical effect for 8 hours. For instance, you could make yourself and all your companions immune to a Lich's life drain attack. You can undo a single recent event by forcing a reroll of any roll made within the last round, including your last turn. Reality shapes itself to accommodate the new result. For example, a Wish spell can undo an opponent's successful save, a foe's critical hit, or a friend's failed save. You can force the reroll to be made with advantage or disadvantage, and you can choose whether to use the reroll or the original roll. You might be able to achieve something beyond the scope of the above examples. State your wish to the GM as precisely as possible. The GM has great latitude in ruling what occurs in such an instance. The greater the wish, the greater the likelihood that something goes wrong. This spell might simply fail. The effect you desire might only be partly achieved, or you might suffer some unforeseen consequence as a result of how you worded the wish. For example, wishing that a villain were dead might propel you forward in time to a period when that villain is no longer alive, effectively removing you from the game. Similarly, wishing for a legendary magic item or artifact might instantly transport you to the presence of the item's current owner. The stress of casting this spell to produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. After enduring that stress, each time you cast a spell until you finish a long rest, you take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell. This damage can't be reduced or prevented in any way. In addition, your strength drops to 3. If it isn't 3 or lower already, for 2d4 days. For each of those days that you spend resting and doing nothing more than light activity, your remaining recovery time decreases by 2 days. Finally, there's a 33% chance that you are unable to cast wish ever again if you suffer this stress. So you could just wish for the Seeker to be released back to their body in the material plane, and then we could call out to Sebel to release us and bring us back to the material plane. That's my thought on it. We could just wish for her to be sent back in her body. And I don't know, because there's like teleport and things like that, but you have to be in contact, so it's a little outside of the spell, like a regular spell, so there is a risk, but it's up to Harley on what he wants to do about that. You just have to be really careful with how you word it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And you could do that right now in the middle of combat.
So tempting to just go for it.
Dude, honestly, I would go for it. This place is creepy as fucking dangerous, and I don't like it. Not gonna lie.
Hey Harley, what were the lower level options? The after the City of Light.
The City of Light? You mean the expending of 1 charge casts Dancing Lights? It's a cantrip spell.
Yes, that. After what was 2 charges through 8.
So it expends 1 charge to cast the spell Dancing Lights, which is a cantrip, and each light seemingly contains an entire city. If you would inspect it closely with a perception check of a DC 20, it shows these unfamiliar cities rapidly building themselves up before collapsing to unknown causes. It's a never-ending story.
And fuck it. So I'm talking to the stick.
Yes, greetings. Yes.
Hi.
Hey, I am not called Stick, by the way. I'm
sorry.
Fab Incarcio.
One more time. Fab Incarcio?
Yes.
Okay, Fab. Buddy. Do you know where the Seeker is?
She's in that cave over there.
Let me guess, there's lots of guys inside that cave?
Oh, just shit tons.
Okay, cool. Alright. I have no idea where that thing went.
More like him.
More like him. Perfect. Alright. We're using Wish. You can do that, right?
Yeah, of course. What do you
Alright,
wish for?
You're sending her home. You're sending the Seeker home.
Good idea.
Or you're sending the Seeker back to her body.
Is that what you wish for?
Yes.
Oh, I was muted. I was saying, Shed, be as specific in your wording as humanly possible. Act like you're making a deal with the devil and try to cover your loopholes. I can't help you because I'm across the field. I can't hear this. So above table, be specific.
The DM is the devil here. So,
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fab? Send?
yes, this is I, Fab Incarcio.
Ah, I love your name. Send the Seeker back to her body so that she can be healed and returned to the way she was before she entered this plane. I think that's... Yes, that.
Whew. Whew, because the last one would have caused disastrous effects. This one's good. This one's
Yeah,
very-
I was like, no one's reacting, and I looked and I saw the red button on my mic, and I'm like, no, I'm muted. Oh no! I was like, wait.
I really hope that was specific enough. I don't want to fuck this up. I already fucked her up once. I don't want to do it again.
So, is that all you wish for the wish?
Yes, Marta and I will get out of here ourselves.
Wonderful. Thank you for protecting the Seeker. And with that, you notice a mote of red light coming out of the cave with such tremendous speed and force. Now, oh my god.
Oh! Ah! Ah!
Yeah, okay, look guys, I'm going to roll a D100 here.
Are you rolling it on the table?
I'm rolling on the table. Whatever this what this does completely changes the campaign.
Oh my god. No. No. Oh my god.
Fuck me.
Where are you rolling so I can see these dice? Okay. Oh my
I don't
god.
even want to look.
Oh my god. I'm freaking out.
We're all gonna die.
Oh my god. The universe could implode.
Oh, hey
Word.
guys, sorry, there's no campaign this week. Shed blew up the universe.
Make new
Sorry.
I'm
Make
gonna
new
tell you
characters,
above
guys.
Table. The realm of dreams of Delcor is sealed off to the material plane. It is the only plane that cannot create manifestation zones to the real world. If it does open, this opens to the Korai to come into the plane. This
Is
will,
that bad?
it will be an invasion.
Oh no, wait, as in the dream world will invade the material or vice versa?
Harley,
It
can I
will-
put a little input on how bad this is?
Ugh. Ah.
So you know how we're like half the party's goblins, right? We're
Uh-huh.
of a specific group called the Dekan, or the Dekani.
Uh-huh.
They were a race of goblinoids that originally ruled over all of Kvaer. And they fell because they opened portals into this plane, and they were invaded by the quarry. And the reason why the goblins what's left of the Dekani went underground into these vaults to hide away from this thing called the Whispers, which got rid of the dream or the drive to make the Empire, which is what has left the goblins that stayed above ground in the state that they are, which is why they're very hostile to each other. Like, if you look at Dargoon, how it's basically just a bunch of warring tribes, that's the state that it left them in.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
And
god.
it took the powers of the gatekeeper druids to push them back, and through the mighty heroes of the Kani Empire warriors to close the rift. This is a catastrophic scale of which this would end the world.
Roll. Just roll. Please just roll.
Just roll.
What do you need? What do you need to roll higher than?
I need to roll higher than 10.
Roll.
Oh god, I don't want to look.
Roll.
I'm gonna end the world trying to save one girl that I thought was hot. I'm gonna.
Oh my god, and he's
Every-
juggling them!
The amount of
Stop!
stories that go off of that is ridiculous.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm gonna kill everybody.
Oh my god. Harley, you asshole.
I'm not looking. My glasses are off. I'm covered my eyes and closed. I'm not looking.
Oh my god. Oh, thank Christ! Oh my god!
16,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
As you notice the moat, instead of punching a hole through
Oh.
this plane and into the other, it disappears.
Oh my god.
It seems that your wish has been granted. Shed.
And so Marta sees that red moat fly out and disappear.
Yep.
Can I?
Can I-
ask the stick if it worked?
Can I?
Yes, it did, my friend.
So
Can I-
she's okay.
She's okay, I think.
I'm gonna yell out to Shed. I don't know what you just did. Did it help?
Yes. Get to build and get us out of here.
And I'll scream mentally as loud as I can to Sybil. Bring us home.
George, it's
No! Ah!
No.
So you use an action to use this to use the spell. And with that, Shed, would you like to move?
Yes, I'm gonna go.
Come back to back with me, please. Come back to back.
I used 35 feet. I only have 5 feet left.
You can bonus action Step of the Wind.
I used a bonus action to pick up the stick.
Fucking tits. That's it. That's your turn then.
No, I mean, I haven't used my action. Oh, no, I guess casting Wish would be my action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I can do. I mean, I can move 5 feet closer to you. That's it. 5 feet closer to you. That's all I got.
I would move away from that tree line. I would... No, that's perfect, because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
The creature appears and attacks you with advantage.
Ah, fuck me, I'm gonna die again.
Your AC is 19.
Wait a minute! He can't attack me with advantage.
Fuck you!
Alert! 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 You can't be surprised! Oh my god!
Yes! Oh yeah! I'll go with me.
Oh my god! Because I think he also just critted too. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I'll go with me.
Remember your feats! Remember your feats!
Here's the dice rolls. Here's the d6. So, the d6 is going to represent the ability that I can use. You do not want a 5 or 6, by the way.
Are those like one shots?
Essentially, yes.
Perfect. Come on, 1.
Oh my god!
So lucky.
Oh my god! Ah!
First attack has a +7 to the modifier.
AC 19.
19. Come on, give him a 2. Fuck, that one hits. Come on. Ah,
How much HP do you have? 17?
17. I'm down to 1. Ah.
No, that's just attack rolls. He hasn't rolled damage yet.
Oh, he hasn't rolled damage yet?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Give us ones. Give us ones and twos, baby.
Give us nothing but 1s and 2s.
It has a +4 modifier. So for the first attack, that's
13.
13 points of damage for the first hit of psychic. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
So 13 damage, charisma saving throw. I got a 15.
15 success. Second
Come
damage.
on. Oh, fuck. No matter what, it's gonna kill me. Or it's gonna put me unconscious.
That's 7 points of damage. 8 points of damage
Yeah.
of psychic.
I only had 4 left. So I'm now unconscious.
You are unconscious.
This is so intense. I'm sweating. The shirt I'm wearing has buttons. I've undone like the top 2 buttons. I took off my beanie. Sweating over here.
I'm lighting up another cigarette, and I've had to resist the urge to go grab my bottle of wine.
All right. It's going to use one of its abilities happening right now at the start of your turn, Marta. I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Is it charmed or frightened?
No.
Five. Can he use his inspiration to let me roll another d20?
Player Shed, would you like to give your inspiration to Marta?
Yes.
All right, Marta, you can re-roll it again.
Yeah.
Dirty 20!
Son of a bitch!
Dirty 20! Yes!
I was going to possess you.
No! Not today, Satan! Is that my turn?
Now it's your turn. Now you can start your turn.
Marta's just gonna scream, Shed! And cast Healing Word.
You cast Healing Word to Shed. Shed.
That's a bonus action.
Yep.
So he gets... That didn't even roll. Oh god, he gets 8 hit points back. So you're up to 8 hit points and you're prone on the ground.
But I have 8 hit points, which is something.
5, 10, 15,
Good.
20, 25.
That's great.
Move 25 feet, cradle Shed in my arms, and scream to the sky, Sebel, bring us back. And that's my turn. I'm screaming mentally and vocally at Sebel to bring us back. And like imbuing all of my will in that wish to be back in Clifftop.
Alright. Alright.
And I'll make sure I'll make sure those staff is with us as well.
I mean, I am still holding it.
Just in case. Clarification always.
Oh, it's my turn now, right?
Just a second.
Alright, Chief. You the boss.
You guys notice from the distance, floating above the trees, very, very far away, a gargantuan form of what looks like to be a creature made of mist
Oh,
and
oh
1,000
no!
rings of eyes looking towards both of you.
And I'm just screaming, Sebel! Like, full on holding Shed, screaming at the sky.
You damn mortals, taking away my feast. You shall pay for your transgressions. You shall be my next meal.
Please tell me we blink out. Please tell me we blink out. Please.
Be too easy.
And in a moment, you hear Sebel's voice. Oh no. She focuses hard and concentrates.
Hang on,
And
one
listening to
second.
her moment. Yeah, what?
No, was just putting my hat back on. I have to take my headphones off to do that.
Ugh.
And with a moment, you feel as if time slows and passes, everything coming to a frozen standstill. You notice another creature appears.
Please be friendly, 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 please be friendly. We couldn't even
Be-
pick up the centipede thing. We
be
can't
like a
fight
dream-
God.
Be a dream warrior. We can take the centipede, but only one.
One moment, please.
Oh, we're so fucked, dude. We saved her, and now we're gonna die.
I'm just, oh my god. Oh my god.
Come on, what the fuck?
My heart is pounding.
Not cool, man.
And we don't know how long we've been here, so we don't know if we're also going to, like, come back to consciousness, and there's still going to be combat. What did he just summon in? Where?
Oh, we're so fucked, dude. Did he summon in? Where is it? It's blank.
It's the void! Please be a warrior for Sebel. Please.
That is an angel-ass looking motherfucker if I've ever seen one.
Sebel is putting herself at such risk right now. I can feel it. She is in so much danger.
Please be back up. But for us.
You shall not harm them. Stand away, foul one. By my decree, they are with me. The true personification of the light of the dreaming future. The light of dreams of hope You have no power over them. And in that moment, you guys are out.
Like, okay, I have a question about how we're. Is it like a portal's opening behind us and then like eating us, or are we just snapping?
You
out of
notice
it?
as from this creature, wings unfurled, wrapping around both of you, and it is in a swooping motion, picks you up, and all three of you disappear.
I was going to flip off evil god, but I was like,
Yeah, don't do
maybe
that.
no, maybe
Don't do
no.
that. He is like the Stranger Things monster coming from the abyss.
You know, I just realized, except for the first two combats, the one I did with you, Marta, and then the one in the next session with Chog, I have gone down in every combat scenario. I'm so squishy.
Thank God for emboldening Bond and Shield of Faith.
Ooh, shield of faith, I'm a girl. Ah,
And I could have done another spell, and I just didn't have the actions to do it. And I could have given you Heroism, and that gives you +4 temporary hit points on every single turn.
like 4, and then another 4, and then another 4.
Every time it comes around. Temporary hit points don't stack, so you can't have... You can't...
Take it back to 4.
Yeah.
Like if I lost. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like if you took no damage, you would then have 8. It's, as far as my understanding goes, temporary hit points don't stack like that. But every time you're damaged, you get, those temporary hit points go first.
Yep.
And
They're like a little shield.
it's a little, like, buffer for you. And then on your next turn, you would gain 4 temporary hit points again, as long as I maintain concentration.
Yep.
Oh man, if we were gonna have to fight that thing again, the centipede thing, I was hopping up and grabbing that son of a bitch and using it to inflict wounds again.
Yeah, man.
As you guys leave this plane and come back to the waking realm, you both wake up. You notice Sybil lying down on the ground, heavily breathing. Are you two okay? Are you alright?
Not really.
You guys look upon yourselves as
Marta's just panting.
as you guys look upon yourselves and you're looking at your wounds. Your wounds are no longer there.
I mean, I still have all that damage.
Not anymore, you don't.
I don't?
We're healed?
Yep.
I'm healed?
Yep.
Fuck yes!
Okay.
Good.
Or,
You're back. I guess you saw my true self then, didn't you?
you're awesome looking. And your true self is also awesome looking.
And like panting, Marta just... Sybil, you are one scary bitch.
Motherfucker.
You are one scary bitch.
I don't think for long though. And she coughs up blood.
And I'll kind of like hobble over, even though I'm not like physically wounded. I am so like mentally taxed.
Oh, it is mentally straining.
I
what
am...
you guys went through.
I am so out, and I give her, and just, as she's laying on the ground, right?
Yep.
I'll kind of like kneel next to her, scoop her up in one arm, and kind of like run my hands through her hair, like to comfort, and cast a second level Cure Wounds and hope that does something. And she's gonna get... Because I don't have things for the mind, I only have things for the body. That's not right. I need what I need. D8s, D8s, D8s.
Oh, hey, do I suffer backlash from Wish?
No.
Ooh, that's a good roll. 16 plus 4. She gets 20 hit points back. And I am also going to cast Sanctuary on her.
She raises her hand against you. Don't. The healing was good enough. I'll go. Help the
And,
others.
and I'll just kind of pull her in close and just hug her with all of my strength, but not enough to cause her discomfort. Like, as tight as I can without causing pain. And I just hold her on the ground.
Yeah, please go. I just need to rest, and you need to take care of that thing. You also notice that Orbal is also unconscious, and he's not unconscious, he's just fading in and out. Oh god! Oh man! Jeez. It's alright, she's all good. She's back to herself again. Oh god.
I'll tell
That is-
I'll tell Shed to open the door and scream from the door, "Get healers in here now!" and yell like as loud as I can in the house Jarasco.
Alright.
Shed is going to walk over to the Seeker's bed side. She's on a bed, right?
Yeah.
She's going to the bedside. She's gonna, like, should I roll perception or something? See if she's okay?
From your passive, you notice that she is fine.
He's gonna turn to Fab, the cool-ass quarterstaff of magic awesomeness that saved the day, literally.
Yeah, literally saved the day.
Literally saved the day.
I'm glad you picked it up because I had been wanting to pick it up. I'm like, there's something with this staff. And then Carly was like, yeah, magical item on the ground. And you were like, all right, cool, I got it.
Good job, buddy.
You don't hear her voice.
What? You don't talk anymore. Okay. Well, it's her weapon. Might as well leave it with her.
She does come and wakes up and well, that was a good problem. I don't want to do that ever again. Oh,
Tell me about it.
oh, Fab! And as you give her the staff, she takes it back. Oh, yes. Oh, well, thank you
You're welcome.
for using that. Oh boy, I don't think I can... What is that, Fab? Well, my favorite trick is now gone. But I can still do other things with it.
Did you roll another percentile die to see if she loses the ability to cast Wish?
Yeah, she has lost wish.
Oh, she rolled under a 33?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Chad,
No,
have
the
you no
other
understanding of how magic works. Sorry,
No, it was for an important thing, and please come closer.
And I'll say to Shed, we'll talk more when this is done.
And
Just
Shed,
still holding Sebel.
as you go closer, she gives you a kiss on the cheek. Thanks.
you're welcome. For the first time since he woke up in the bar, no more angry face.
Oh, you blush. Oh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh
I wasn't gonna go
woo!
that far, but he's just not angry because she's
Ooh,
not dying anymore.
Yeah. Though you guys still do hear a monstrous scream outside.
Marta, we have to go back him up.
And she
We're a
kind
little-
of like
Little-
uses her warhammer to stand up. Breathes. Another fight. And picks up Sebel and puts Sebel on a bed. And are there healers that are running into the room?
You notice a couple of guys and of all, there's a little bit of a mixed bag. Come by as quickly as they can, getting out of their hiding places and move Sebel into a comfortable bed.
Get Orbital too.
And they pick up Orbital as well.
Deep breath. Deep sigh. Let's go, Shed.
Shed just cracks everything he can crack. Knuckles, neck, his shoulders. That's a thing I can do in real life, by the way. He's just like, yep, time to go.
Cool. Oh man.
Um,
He didn't
this
die!
is a question I hate to ask, and Terrible brought it up in my chat. Will Shed suffer the effects of using the wish spell?
I also asked that.
One moment, please.
Do you need to know what they are?
Nah, I got it. I got my list. Huh.
I don't know where he rolled or what he rolled.
Hey, will I still have the extra hit points?
Yes. Lasts for an hour.
So I will have them
Yes.
next session? Okay.
Yes. It lasts for 8 hours, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, so-
and you currently still have Shield of Faith because that lasts for 10 minutes and I didn't lose concentration. So you still have Shield of Faith. So you'll have Shield of Faith for the next fight as well.
No, roll the 57. He's okay.
Oh, cool.
Hoo-wee!
I have no idea that there are any bad effects from what I just did.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of bad effects.
Yeah, but Shed has no idea the risks that he just took.
No idea the risk I just took.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, wish? What's that? Oh, you can wish for anything you want. Let's do that.
Let's get the fuck out. I like how you were also like, no, we can go in the cave and we can do stuff. And then the staff was like, yeah, no, there's a lot of guys in there.
Well, okay, then let's do it the easy way.
Harley!
Yeah.
You took years off my life. Like, actual years off of my life.
Dude.
Oh my god. I'm kind of sad the other guys weren't here to witness the craziness that just happened.
This was great.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And
I
it's
mean,
great, 'cause I know we're going to be dealing with very similar shit next session.
And I only have 2 spell slots left.
And
Harley, I do have one question.
yeah, go ahead. What's up? I may have answers.
So since they finished theirs, I was just wondering how long, like how many rounds of ours would it be until they came back, kind of thing.
That's a good question. Or did all of this happen before this crazy monster showed up from the bridge?
That you will find out next time on Dragon
I
Ball.
will deliberate for a week.
So you want Shed and I here for next Friday, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my god, Harley, that was so good.
Dude, my insides.
Oh, I fucking stayed up all night last night, and I was fucking like boosted up by a fuck ton of caffeine to do this, and I'm so happy for it.
I'm so glad I took VTO. I might not be getting paid, but this was worth it.
Oh man, like as soon as you, well, as soon as I brought the wish spell, and I was like, yeah, like I have this stuff ready, and knowing what you guys were gonna wish for, I was like, oh man, I wonder what they're gonna do. I have a funny feeling they're gonna follow for like sort of this route because I had like multiple routes in my head
What route
of
did you
what you
think we
guys
were gonna do?
literally using the wish spell to use planar transportation to get to the other side.
To plane shift?
It was essentially plane shift. But the thing is, due to the fact of Dalcor being such a tempestuous place to be in the first place, and as a plane that is only accessible through dreaming and other factors that are being placed in. And since you wished for that to happen, of how you said the wish there, Shed,
Yeah.
and thank God you said it exactly of what you wanted it to be, because I was gonna fuck with you guys so goddamn hard.
Yo, I was panicking. I was panicking because I heard what he said, and I'm like, no, that's gonna move her body to her, like, birthplace. No, 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 no. But I was muted, and I didn't know I was muted, and Shed was like, yeah, and I'm like, oh no! And I unmuted and was like, wait, be very specific. Be laser specific.
I basically made 2 deals with different Satans this game.
Oh my god.
Both of them were Harley.
Both of who were Harley, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will not be surprised if on the next level, Harley forces you to take a level in Warlock. I would not be surprised.
You do not need to do that, because I have a plan with him.
Dun, dun, dun.
I totally didn't think about this until, like, we were in the middle of combat. I made a, like, you know how I made the Shed figure?
Uh-huh.
I made a flashback Shed figure too.
Nice.
I was like, oh, I could have shown that to Harley, and then, like, if you wanted to, Shed could have looked like that this time around. Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, it's all good, dude.
Oh my
And that
god.
you guys were like fucking close to bringing up the apocalypse.
Yo, and you rolled a fucking 16, Harley!
Honestly, I would have been
Oh.
all for it, because that would have been really interesting.
That would have been like into Avernus levels of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole this would have been material plane into Avernus.
I want to
Only in the dream spectrum.
What would I have had to have rolled to not have been drawn into the dream realm?
Oh, for the very first time?
Yeah.
Dude.
On the Constitution saving throw from the drink.
Oh man.
What was that DC?
It was 20.
I thought so. Oh
It was
my
a planned
god.
act. From a little boy, from a young man named Jacob.
Oh, that motherfucker. But stab him in the throat.
Wait! That's the kid on the bridge!
Yep.
Like I said, I'm gonna stab him in the throat.
Ah! Yeah, but he's not under his own faculties.
But you don't understand. I'm going to stab him in the throat. If I can manage to hit him.
Oh my god.
Oh, I should take the quarterstaff out of my inventory, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Inventory...
I'll take it out.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I had at least prepared a little bit in the dream realm and was like, okay, I need my weapon to be magical because I don't know what's going to happen here and I cannot be doing half damage to stuff. Would that have been beneficial at all, Harley, that my weapon was magical?
My punches are magic.
The th-
You can punch ghosts!
You were very good on that. You were very good on that.
Would it
you guys-
would it have helped
you guys-
that my weapon was magical?
Oh, it definitely helped.
Even though I didn't hit anything with it. Oh wait, I did! Once!
Hey, yeah, you did with the opportunity attack.
Yeah, would that have been half damage if it wasn't magical?
Yeah.
Yup. I'm having them big brain thoughts.
Brain.
IQ 900, big brain play. Uh, oh my god, that was so good, Harley.
Amazing.
That was so good.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I'm curious about the poem. Now that we're out, can you talk to us about the poem, or is that going to be a lingering thing?
That's for
Is
you
the
guys to
poem
figure out.
written down somewhere?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's in set
Yeah.
group info.
Okay, I am 100% going through this.
It's extensive. There's a
Let
lot
me
there.
read to you guys again.
Wait,
I'll be
some
using
of
my
this
story.
okay, I know some of this.
I feel bad that I got rid of her favorite thing.
Hey Harley, you're gonna hate me. I'm gonna quickly translate the Morse code.
Oh, is that what?
That's Morse code.
That is
Dots
what
and
that is.
dashes.
That's what I thought that. I thought that was something similar, but I wasn't sure.
Where is that?
So,
Man.
Oh.
the poem reads as this. Allow me to introduce myself as one who wanders to a wondrous mind that often ponders. I am defined by what I have sought, the puzzling mind brimming with thought. Give you credence to our hidden themes, for nothing is ever as it seems. I've carefully woven for you a plot to tell you the truth that told was not, to learn the nature of family mind, who number three below nine. Grasp and ponder volume spine, yet leave hand open for your stein. Least you cover answers more, venture now to stage of edge of shore. Then magicals concealed but upper floor, jump you further 24. To find the words that must be read, learn you language long since dead. Seek my brother, always beside me, in his abilities lies another key.
Can we also talk about how the Morse code translates, at least from the translator I found?
Also,
Horse eye sees answer. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
Sounds about right.
say again.
The Morse code translates to horse eye sees answer. The horse is what's getting me. I don't know if there was a misstep there, but
Nope.
So, anyways,
So, that is the end of our session, ladies and gentlemen. Though, from what your actions have been laid out here, may have consequences in the future.
of course they will.
yeah, because fucking Nightmare Monster.
Yup.
Nightmare Monster and Sebel showed up. Sebel did the
Okay,
one.
yourself.
Sebel did the one thing she didn't want to do, and that puts her at the greatest risk.
But she badass though.
She's a bad bitch, but she is now at such an extreme risk. Oh my god. I am tired. I feel like I worked like almost a full shift of work. Oh my
That was
god.
amazing.
That was so good. And I streamed it so the guys can go back and watch the stream if they so choose to be like, what happened? What's going on?
I just love the fucking text that was writing. It's like, yay! Oh no! Oh fucking god, no!
Yup. Yup. That was funny. That was so funny.
Because as soon as you started talking about the wish spell and I realized what the fuck was about to happen if you rolled I immediately went, oh fuck. Both as me and as my character.
Oh my god. Terrible says, it's okay, you just unleashed Freddy Krueger. Don't feel bad. You should... immediately after, you should feel bad.
I don't feel bad about anything.
Oh no, I feel real bad.
No. Also, going out, shout out to Shothra's chat room. Hey, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. If it was a good enough show for you.
Terrible is always throwing like some bullshit in chat, and it's like funny bullshit. So he's like, now it's just a stick-ass stick. It is a stick-ass stick.
Oh my god.
What's it called? It's yeah, Terrible is always a good time when he comes in a chat. In less like extreme moments, I'll like talk to him during chat. But I've been typing throughout when I can. Yeah, you need to see the beginning. The beginning is a little like, it's slow, but it's the setup for like, oh fuck, this is how we got here. So the beginning will at least give you context. But yeah, I love having Terrible in stream. He's always a great time. My next art stream I'm looking forward to because he's going to tell me about the D&D world he's in. So I'm super curious. I just haven't done an art stream yet.
Oh, it's all good. I was glad that all my if that roll happened on the 10, everything that I have like prepared and written up of everything for everybody.
Oh, you would have been fucked.
I would literally have to do this, like. Well, here we go. God damn it.
Shit's hitting the fan. We're just gonna fly.
I honestly feel kind of bad. I was hoping you'd roll below a 10.
That would have been fucking nuts. He would have
loved it.
He would have had to at the entire server and be like, well, guys, it's been real. See you on Friday.
Wait, what?
To Electric Boogaloo.
Wait, what did I?
Shed and I almost ended the world with a wish spell.
You let people use a wish spell, Harley?
We almost died in the dream realm. Yes, he let us use a wish spell.
You know how the Dakani Empire fell?
Yeah.
It was almost that Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my.
In a literal sense.
Like, Brody, if you have the time, I encourage you to go back and watch the stream. Not for views. I don't care about views.
Oh, I forgot
Like,
you were. Oh my gosh! If I knew you were streaming, I would have been watching sooner.
yeah.
Just hopped in the voice chat and listened.
I did for a little bit, then I got bored.
Um,
I hopped in for like half a minute, so nothing was happening. I just left.
Terrible is great. He goes, it was fine. The lesson I learned is pick up all sticks. Pick up all sticks.
That's the lesson I learned when I was little.
Right.
Always Shed will be picking up sticks to see if they talk to him and are also magic.
He's gonna try to cast, like, he's gonna try to make his own dimension with just, like, a regular tree branch. And just, like, think really hard and go, I want a dojo. A mile radius dojo. Hey! What's it called? Yeah, I recommend you go back and watch it. Only to, like, fully see what happened and, like, get a grasp on the scope of what just happened.
Will 100% do.
I was screaming.
Oh my God,
I was actually screaming.
I was trying to make your, I think it was your Monday? Or was it a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Stream. Dude, I was going, like, as soon as I pulled up your stream, because I just saw it, I was like, oh crap, she's streaming, let me hop on. Stream ended, like, 3 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday was a short session. One of the guys had to go into work early to like put a truck away. So it was short. It was short.
Also, I just totally realized on both on the stream and in the chat.
Yeah, that's when you gotta mute stream. Oh, Terrible says, from the sounds of it, there are 8 other sticks out there. If the poem is from the stick, it's 3 of 9. So we found stick number 3. Now I need to find stick 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Who's?
Wait, I will
Stick
have
3 of 9.
Why'd you let
Also,
the
I do have a
non-magic guy cast
question.
the spell?
Look, you're the
Because
one who
you
picked
don't
up
know
the...
consequences.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
What the frick does horse's eye sees answer mean?
We don't know.
The horse's
All I
eye
know
knows
is
the
I can
answer.
turn into a horse.
Maybe his eye has the answer. There you go.
Maybe it's literal.
It could be. I don't know. There's a whole lot in that poem to, like,
Does
process.
that mean we cut out Fazan's eye?
I can turn into a fucking horse and tell you what the fuck it says, asshole.
You dick!
Afterward. I mean, robot eye?
Look,
Robot
oh, Brody, you weren't there. There was a fun moment on, my Tuesday stream.
Don't put a stick in my eye either, what the fuck?
No! Terrible says, nah, don't cut it. Terrible says, nah, don't cut it out. Put the stick in his eye.
I like that idea. We should do that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. So Ark has a prosthetic hand. She blew it off when she was 12. And it's just never really come up in game. So the players have never, like, seen her without it. And it just looks like a mechanical magical hand. So for all they know, it's like a glove or something Ark made. And it kind of is. But I was talking to the king that we brought with us, and they were like, getting stabbed hurts. Because they'd never been in combat before. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of happens. But, like, I mean, it could be worse. Or, like, it just kind of comes with the territory. And I popped my hand off and kind of, like, waved my stump at her. And Tom was like, for the first time you've seen her, she doesn't look bored anymore. And her eyes go real big. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't get this from, like, adventuring. I did this, like, a couple years ago. But, like, now I use what I learned in my adventuring. And one of the guys was... and Jordan Scoops, the gnome wizard, looks to me and goes, Ark, are you alright? And I'm like, what? Why? Do you mean, like, the cuts or, like, my hand? And he's like, your hands. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, this is old. This has been there for a while. And either it was brilliant role-playing, or the player literally had no idea that Ark had an artificial hand. I need to ask him, because it was a great role-play moment for him. So, it's... that was pretty hilarious. It's the first time Ark has ever been, like, without her hand in front of them. So, and then I think Terrible was bringing up making a slap chop for her hand. So I could go in
Slap chop, really?
make a slap chop. A slap chop. It's a little thing, and it's got a push thing on top and a little cup on the bottom, and you put what you want inside the bottom, and then you slap the top, and it chops the things under it. Slap chop.
Throw a ham, a pickle, some onions.
Oh my god, and you know the commercial! That is, and that's like exactly what he throws into it, is like ham, a pickle, and onions.
The only thing I remember, because it became a meme, was the like slap his nuts one.
Yeah.
Slap my nuts, and it just is chopping it all up, like all the like peanuts and walnuts and shit.
Yep. Slap my nuts.
There's that video with like the little baby that's using the slap chop, or using it like something like it.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing that existed.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
I'm gonna mute Deafin real quick. Terrible. I always appreciate when you come hang out. I don't think you heard my thanks from the last stream, but I so appreciate you, and you bring so much fun to the sessions for me. And I know I don't always get to say it out loud to the guys because I don't want to break into moments, but I appreciate you. You always make things so fun, and your commentary is great with your tomfoolery and shenanigans, but also great feedback and just general conversation. So I want to let you know I appreciate you. I really do. It's fun when you come hang out. As for the YouTube thing, I need to get better about exporting them. And I meant to do it the one night weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And just forgot and just didn't do it. I might do that tonight since I'm super revved and full of energy. So I'm gonna need to come down a little bit. So I think you're pushing. I think you're gonna give me the push to export them over, and I can make some playlists and that kind of stuff and get those videos over there. I think that would be great, and that way they don't get lost. You are the sweetest. Thank you so much. You are great. If you ever stream your D&D games and it's not on one of my D&D nights, or I think you also do like chainmail or something on stream. I don't know. Let's see. Did I follow you? Let's find out. Let's see. We're gonna do this and let's see. Oh no, it's Ryan! And we're gonna do a follow. Oh look, you do have chainmail stuff. That's great. Yes. I'll have to, depending on when you stream, I know, I run a weird work schedule, so, like, nights I'm usually, like, not available because I'm at work. But, I'll have to come hang out, and I'm gonna have to, like, say dumb shit to you when you're in the middle of crazy moments. Of course, man. We talk here, and I genuinely enjoy it. So, I'm more than happy to. That's fair. I'm super big on the consent thing as well. And I like to check in with my guys and be like, hey, heads up, the stream is running, or if you guys don't want me to, I won't. So I respect that 100%. And I'm all for, like, random shit on Twitch. You've seen me come in here and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna paint, or I'm gonna play, like, Rogue Legacy 2, and then sometimes it's D&D, and then sometimes it just evolves into, like, the other night we were just shooting the shit about anime, so I'm down for that. I've never played Crisis Core, so I will have to go back and watch some of those from you and see what that's all about. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch if you stream tomorrow because I work 6 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning. I just managed to, they had some voluntary time off because I guess there wasn't a lot of work, so I took it. Crisis Core, hey, that's what matters. Like, if you're having fun doing it, like, fucking go for it. I love that shit. If you enjoy what you do and you want to share it with other people, like, even better. I love that shit. We'll see. I may have to work on my witty repertoire and see if I can throw some tomfoolery into your chat and make jokes. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm gonna head back to the guys. I wanted to make sure I could talk to you and stream and whatever and make sure I could close it out. But genuinely, thank you. I love that you get to hang out and you enjoy us as a whole, both the guys Tuesday and the guys Friday. So I'm glad that our storytelling can bring something to other people. So I always appreciate when you come through. So thank you. I don't know what time it is for you, but go get some rest. I know you have a what was it? A young meat sack, I think is how you put it. So get the rest. And and hopefully we'll hang out. We'll hang out again soon. I'm gonna try to be better about streaming D&D. So yeah, go enjoy bedtime. I appreciate you. So thank you. You can't see it, but I'm making a little heart with my hands. I appreciate you. Have a good night, and toodles, guys.